Is premature. I told you to wait for my call.
Oh, patience is such a boring virtue. I've agreed to marry Nikolas, so we might as well get on with it. Where is he? I want to introduce myself to my new husband.
You having trouble falling asleep? Yeah.
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I'm afraid I'll never open them again.
You'll wake up tomorrow. And the next day. And every day through chemo and beyond until the cancer is completely gone from your body. And when it's over and you're well, I'm going to throw you a party to celebrate a Bacchanalia in your honor.
And we can waltz again.
Every dance if you want.
I remember when your uncle and Catherine Bell got engaged.
Yeah.
Every time you danced with me, it felt like I was flying.
Oh, this will be even better than that. I'll fill the house with orchids and candles in the garden. And all your friends and family will come. We'll have champagne and brownies and all the toffee crunch ice cream you can eat. And the musicians, they'll only play waltzes and we'll dance till dawn. How's that?
Flying around the ballroom.
Flying.
This isn't a good time to meet Nikolas.
I can't imagine what we're waiting for.
He isn't ready.
Well, he has to get ready. My inheritance depends on it.
Oh, well, if it weren't for my maneuvering, all you would be inheriting is a modest trust fund. Don't forget, I persuaded your dying grandfather to bequeath his $20 billion estate to you and Nikolas equally in the event of your marriage.
I could have changed my grandfather's mind without your interference.
No. He already decided to disinherit you. I went to him, spent several days convincing him that a union between you and Nikolas would be the best possible use of his money. Now he's passed away. The will is a fait accompli. It's imperative that you follow my lead.
Look, I want this marriage as much as you do. Primarily for the money, of course, although from what I've heard, Nikolas is relatively attractive.
Well, then you understand the importance of trusting me to handle the details as I see fit.
So you haven't even told Nikolas about our betrothal yet?
Not yet.
Well, don't bother. I'll tell him myself.
Listen. Do not fool yourself, Lydia. One false move and you could find yourself a part of the wage-earning bourgeoisie. Selling timeshares on the Italian Riviera, or conducting guided tours of your family's estate.
Oh, you have a vivid imagination.
Listen to me. Technically, Nikolas is my nephew. But for all intents and purposes, I raised him as my son. He has been my son since the day he was born. I know how he thinks. He will need to be led very carefully into the idea of marrying you.
Oh, I know how to convince men to do all sorts of things they might otherwise resist.
You overestimate your appeal.
Not really. Unless Nikolas is already in love with somebody else.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it love, but he is infatuated with a local girl.
So he can marry a fortune and have a love affair on the side. That's what I intend to do.
Come with me.
Take your hands off me.
You will meet Nikolas when I decide he's ready.
What are you doing? Get off me. Stefan!
Sure. You can talk to your big secret.
What secret would that be?
Well, the one that would explain why you've been prowling around the tunnels tonight. What are you up to? Hello, Uncle.
Oh, Nicholas. You're just in time. Will you join me?
Sure. You can toast to your big secret.
What secret would that be?
Well, the one that would explain why you've been prowling around the tunnels tonight. What are you up to?
I was estimating the number of guards that will be required to patrol the tunnels.
Why do they need patrolling?
Well, Luke Spencer, of course. He's a sociopath, and now he's crossed the line into clinical insanity.
You're overreacting.
No, I'm being realistic. You, on the other hand, seem to be losing all sense of perspective. Your entire life is tilting out of control.
No, you mean out of your control. That's what really bothers you, isn't it?
Oh, Nicholas, you can't honestly believe that this dalliance with Emily Quartermain has any sort of future.
It's not a dalliance.
Be reasonable. It was one thing to be infatuated with Gia. I knew that eventually you would become bored and move on, but...
I didn't become bored with Gia. She's the one who broke off the engagement. All right, you know what? We've been through this before. You need to stop monitoring my relationships. We disagree. I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change mine. Let's just leave it at that.
You have a position. You need to honor that and conduct yourself in ways that are appropriate.
I do.
Nicholas, you may think you're in love with Emily, but in time you will realize that she's just a diversion. And you know the Quartermains won't take that lightly. You need to stop this before you hurt the poor girl.
I would never hurt Emily.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. There's nothing fleeting about my relationship with Emily. In fact, I've made a serious commitment to her.
What do you mean by commitment?
What does commitment mean to you? Emily?
I'm here.
Are you all right?
Oh. Chemo kicked in.
Oh, yeah, you nauseous?
Big time.
Oh, come on. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm sorry I left. You were sleeping so peacefully, I didn't want to wake you up.
Oh, that's okay. It's not exactly an experience I want to share. Hey, it's okay. You don't have to babysit me.
Right. It's nothing quite that noble. I was using you as an excuse to hide from my uncle.
You had another fight?
Naturally.
About me again?
It's just, he's so determined to make decisions for me, and when I tell him it's not going to happen, he just pushes harder.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, I'm not. You should have seen the look on his face when I told him I'd made a commitment to you.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't specify what sort of commitment. I just let his imagination fill in the blanks.
You're evil, Nicholas. You're a true twisted Cassadine.
I thought he was going to pass out.
He was probably imagining our engagement.
And marriage and children and oh my.
Did he clutch his heart and keel over?
Close. I almost wish that you and I were in love. Just for the sake of torturing my uncle.
Who knew I was unsuitable, huh?
Yeah. And that's the part I'm wondering about. See, he's always had this grudging respect for the Quartermains, you know. And he said that they wouldn't approve of me treating you as a diversion. So it makes me think something else is going on with him. The question is, what?